I'm back. Rodrance for the Black and White Network. Well, we're going to talk about Steve Harvey because he's talking about some things that Dave Chappelle has brought up in the past, Bill Maher has brought up in the past, and of course, we've always heard from people like Adam Carolla and guys like that. Things that you don't hear from people like Jimmy Kimmel and some of these damn woke comedians that are out there. You don't hear it on late night. I mean, that's become a political agenda show for the left, plain and simple. But comedians are fed up because comedians have done what? The best comedians ever, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. They go after people. They make fun of people, okay? They do say things that could and can hurt people's feelings, and you know what? People laughed. Fact is, the people they made fun of probably laughed. They didn't get their little feelings hurt. We become a society of softness, of coddling, all this horse shit that is raising a generation of assholes. Let's just be real. Okay? And we're seeing that reflection in the way these people are voting. Everything hurts their feelings. Everything has to be brave, stunning, and courageous when they're, in fact, not accepting at all. I mean, it's a hypocritical line of thinking. We see it over and over and over again. Just look at social media. It's a dumpster fire. They hate us. They absolutely hate us. So, let's get to this. Steve Harvey said he's pretty much done with stand-up. Why? Because of cancel culture. People's careers being ruined. They went after Chappelle over Netflix. Transgenders got their, BVDs, undies, panties, whatever in the hell they claim to be wearing. They got them in a knot over Dave Chappelle. They tried to cancel him, and Netflix said, No, Dave Chappelle makes us too much money. You're out of your mind. His specials are insanely successful. Harvey has no plans for stand-up comedy special due to cancel culture. This is Deadline. Wow. Steve Harvey has no plans for another comedy stand-up special and blames, quote, cancel culture. Quote, the only way I can do one more special if it's at the end of my television career, because it will be the end of my television career. Harvey told media on Tuesday during a TCA panel for his ABC series, Judge Steve Harvey, airing Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Wow, it's a primetime show. Quote, we're in the cancel culture now. No stand-up comedian alive that is sponsored. Here we go with the corporate interest. The woke corporate interest. We've been talking about that, and that is a fact. If these guys are backed by some kind of corporate entity, they really can't do stand-up anymore. They just can't. They'll lose their careers. We're in the cancel culture now. No stand-up comedian alive that is sponsor-driven can say anything he wants to. Chris Rock can't. Kevin Hart can't. Cedric the Entertainer can't. D.L. Hughley can't. I can go down the list. The only person that can say what he wants to on stage is Dave Chappelle, because he's not sponsor-driven. He's subscription-driven. He continued, one of the reasons, and they tried to get him, one of the reasons I stopped doing stand-up is because my wife told me God was about to do something for me that I didn't know about. My God, he's talking about God in Hollywood. I mean, that's something you don't hear a lot these days. And Steve Harvey, he is pretty connected with God, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I didn't know he was going to give me this TV career, but he did. And it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. But if I tried to continue as a stand-up, there's no way I could maintain a TV career, because political correctness has killed comedy. Harvey began his career as a stand-up comedian in 1985, which opened doors for him in entertainment. He launched the Steve Harvey Show in 96, which ran until 2002. One of the biggest comedy tours was 97's Kings of Comedy Tour. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and of course the late, great Bernie Mac. The act was so popular, Spike Lee turned it into a feature film, the original Kings of Comedy, released in 2000. Harvey's last comedy special was in 2012, which aired as a pay-per-view event. Every joke you tell now, it hurts somebody's feelings. But what people don't understand about comedians is that joke has to be about something and somebody. We can't write jokes about puppies all the time. The joke can't be about all the bushes all the time. Some of these jokes will have to be about people because that's the most interesting topic. So if I come back, I'll have to wait until I'm done, and I'm not done. I want to do more. I probably have to call it, well, this is it. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. If he's backed by corporate sponsorship or if he's involved in corporate sponsorship, he'll be done. We saw it happen to Roseanne on ABC, by the way, which broadcast Family Feud. All right? He's entertaining as hell on Family Feud. He's funny as hell on Family Feud. But Family Feud would, poof, be gone. Out of there. Zero. End of story. Steve Harvey would not have it anymore. Look, we saw it with Brandon Brown, the NASCAR driver. I mean, let's be real. No corporate sponsor wants to touch Brandon Brown because of something he didn't even do. Think about that. That he technically did not even do, and nobody wants to sponsor his NASCAR driver. He got a sponsored deal on the side that won't go on his car that paid him, but it's not a corporate interest or any kind of corporation that did that. I mean, nobody's getting behind him. Coca-Cola, certainly not. They're woke as hell. Delta or American Airlines, forget it. Not happening. All these broadcast channels, charge it to the game. Not happening. Steve Harvey knows this. This tells you that this is a major, major talking point behind the scenes. We know people in Hollywood, especially conservatives, they live in hiding. Kevin Sorbo, Dean Cain, James Woods. James Woods is one of the greatest actors of our lifetime. James Woods is one of the greatest actors ever. He can't get any jobs now. Why? Because he aligns with conservative ideals. That is appalling. The only reason Clint Eastwood can do anything now is because he independently does it with his own production company. Otherwise, he'd be a dead duck in Hollywood. Plain and simple. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network fans. Society has got to get over itself. There's a lot of stupid things happening out there. We see it. It's really in sports, but we see it everywhere. It's important that people like Steve Harvey keep stepping up and talking about this crap. Dave Chappelle, same thing. You got to keep talking about this crap. You do. It's got to stop. All those people, those woke assholes on Twitter, they're like a bunch of piranhas. And it's not just Hollywood. They're going after regular, everyday people. If somebody says something that doesn't align with their little political spectrum, they literally try to have them lose their jobs in their own private life. They're getting involved with something because they feel like their feelings are hurt that is none of their business. But they'll do it. They'll cancel your ass, even if you're an everyday person. At some point, you got to be able to stand up and say, "I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Come get some." You can't cancel me if I don't give a shit. I mean, plain and simple. Come on. Steve Harvey stands to lose a lot, and he gets that. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network fans. Peace. I am out. Till next time.